where we are right now, the foundation of drums will always be there. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another exciting episode of what I call On the Record with the Kruk in partnership with Zkhiphani. Really excited to be here today for a very dope and probably what is going to be a classic episode with a group that is quite the thing in South African dance and world electronic music. I'm talking Black Flippin' Motion.
Pip.
So before we go to the myth that is Problem Child 1083, let's start with Thabo Small, you know. Thabo, what was the idea of Black Motion when like conceptualizing putting this ensemble together?
Yo, man, I mean, first of all, it's about the music.
Yeah.
It's about the energy as well,
Yeah.
and what the vision is. As long as he understands the music and understands what we need to do with the music and what we need to deliver on stage.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. And I think we always say that Black Motion is not faces, it's not whatever, but like a movement of music, and wherever we're going to be, it's always just going to be about music. So it was not hard to just think of like what's the way to move forward except bringing on a person that really understands music and lives music.
Yeah, take us back through like the early days, like Kososha, trying to put this thing together and trying to like find yourself as a musician. What was that like? What were you listening to? Whose house were you working from? You know?
Yo, I started producing back in the day. I think the first time I ever saw Fruity Loops was 2002.
Yo.
Yeah, 2002 started.
I'm not gonna ask how old you are.
Yeah, well, I was in grade 10.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, man, just knowing Fruity Loops and started making beats. I actually started producing hip hop. Like when I started producing, I started by hip hop, and I would sell the beats just to get by, and until there was changeover of CD players. I mean, CDJs.
Yeah.
So when I was like, actually, these local DJs are playing house music, and they're playing, I think, house music that I can make. So yeah, I got in the studio, started making these house beats and selling it to the DJs. And yeah, man, that's how I taught myself the production. And from there on, people hear the music on the streets and who's Thabo Small, until this one person hears my production from Kodi L, go Block L and that.
Yes.
And then, yeah, man, word goes around, and then we meet other people, collabo, and then it was Black Motion with, like 2 styles of production. And that's, when the game changed, and there was Black Motion, and there was production, Black Motion instead of Thabo Small.
So initially, was Black Motion just 2 members, or was it a bigger group before, obviously?
I think Black Motion, it was like 10 to 12 members. And at the time we needed to share stages, to share like times on stages, and it was really weird. So from like 10 people to 2 people, because there was just so much going on, and I was not from that era of where I would always just be with people and just be in studio with a whole lot of people. Even today, it's this weird way that we work. We won't just all be in studio at the same time and produce at the same time.
Yeah.
So one would be in studio, lay out an idea, someone would come and do something, and just like that. Like this whole thing of being a whole lot of people in studio couldn't work for me. So there was a point where I was like, nothing. I'm gonna be alone again and just do my things.
Yeah.
And then Bounce was like, oh no, let's start like something, the two of us, because you and the way you program drums and the way you start a song, I think I would want to be with you. And yeah, that's how it started.
And I mean, from your early days, you speak fondly of an iconic jazz artist, somebody that shaped jazz culture in South Africa, Bra Nwako Manamela.
Yeah.
And how, I mean, Bra Nwako Manamela has borrowed the likes of humorous and the likes, you know what I mean, to shape how South African jazz music sounds like back then, and how South African music sounds like today, you know, and is an unsung hero, just like a problem child, you know, because the problem now was causing havoc for a very long time, but he was not getting his flowers. What did you borrow from Bra Nwako Manamela that still sits in the Black Motion DNA till today?
The most important thing that we learned from Grootman is not to chase or follow that trend or wanting to be seen. And he's always kept a low profile, but the name is big.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole lot of people like in SA that really don't know how big that guy is. Like really, really big. And one of the most celebrated marimba players, xylophone players in the world, and he's like probably top 3 in the world. And for him to have that kind of presence in music globally and still remain calm and still remain this underground man is what he taught us, is what, when I was always there by him, he would always just instill this thing of, hey guys, you don't need to be all over to be known and understood, but the people that really know and the people that understand where it comes from will respect you. And I think that's the whole ethos of where we are right now, because it's not about the faces, man. Again, it's about the movement, it's about the music, and when the people know, they know. And as long as the global stage knows who Black Motion is, and there's still that respect, we will always just be Black Motion that we want to be via Bra Nwako Manamela's vision and mentality.
And funny, it's by design that when Black Motion reaches its next frontier, that you go for somebody like Problem Child. Man, you've almost been like a myth, a legend, a hero, you know, in the South African, I'd say like Afro house kind of tribal kind of scene, you know, for a very long time, you know. Nobody knew what you looked like. Nobody knew who you were. Nobody knew where you came from, you know, but you're always around like pertinent names, you know. You're always around like Bo Botakapo, you know, you'd be played by Bochaima and is it by design that like you've created like this figure that like nobody knows about, but it's so impactful, and you know what I mean, like you're like a thief in the night, you know.
Look, man, I can mention a lot of big names that you haven't met yourself, but if you've been on set for even 6 months, you've probably played their song. No matter how young you are, you still find something great and solid that was done a long time ago. By someone who's probably fishing right now in a quiet space. You know? Like Uncle Small said, it's first about the music. And well, because the people make the music, we get to have the complexities that are happening right now. Some guys are extroverts, some are introverts. I know guys that are so dope, but I haven't met them myself, and we've been speaking for years. You know, because they just enjoy their piece, and the validation comes from the reception of the people. If the people are vibing with the songs, then they are at peace, they're good. They keep working on others. There's a young gentleman by the name of Nasty Groove. He's so silent. If he sits here he might even disappear from here.
Yeah.
He can blend into this couch and become so silent. But behind the software, no, it's not so silent.
So talking about those kind of figures, how has life changed now that you're at the forefront of this thing called Black Motion? Because it is, and I say it respectfully, like these are really big shoes to fill, you know, and not just because of Murder deciding to do his own thing, you know, but just how much the brand holds weight.
Yeah, the size of the machine.
You know,
the size of the machine.
You know, it's carved sounds. It's almost made commercial or made popular a way of performing electronic dance music. You know, and not just in South Africa but across the world.
Across
you know,
the world.
How has that like changed your perception to your brand, who you are, and who Problem Child is now?
Okay, 4 years ago and before, I used to know one bed. Now I know many beds. Because it's hotel, lodge, guest house, airport, and road.
Yeah.
I've seen more faces in 4 years than my whole life.
Yeah.
So I've been to more places in this past 3.5 years than I've ever been I've ever been all my life. I've never been out there, you know. If I could show you maybe you know how they track a vulture's life, maybe they just put a tracking device and just, you know, observe his movements. They'll be zigzagging from one post to pillar. Yeah. It used to be like that with me, Polokwane, Joburg, sometimes once, 3 times a year, and that's it. But now, you know, we get to spaces where you can't even hear the language. So it's day and night change. It's like immediately, hey.
And it's so crazy that like your beginnings and your beginning music and songs kind of influence the sonic identity of Amapiano, but people don't talk about that a lot.
Yeah, man.
A lot of genres.
But mainly Amapiano because it's the most popular right now.
Yes.
You see, music, the minute you involve a person to create it, you lose control of what will go, like what will happen in the future. You might make a song today and not really like it that much until your friend comes over and plays it by mistake while you're downstairs, and it speaks to you differently.
You
know, and I've seen lots of guys that I still look up to now, that when they drop new music, I can still hear some of my elements there. You know, some of the samples that I chopped myself and created, I can still hear them. And I believe that was my contribution to the universe of music. And yes, there has to be supervision sometimes, because right now the people that are at the helm, the people that we depend on to carry the baton forward, are not so clued up about a lot of things that will keep you in the game to sustain your brand. Simple things like management, you know, is still a big issue. There's a new genre right now from Limpopo called Lekompo. It's still uncharted territory. And there's no supervision and there's no management of any sort. You know, everybody's just doing their thing. There's a concept that says one-man show, one-woman show. That's it. If you wanna rock a show and fill up, just say one-man show. One-man show, and it'll work. So that one-man show repeatedly loses value because it's that thing. It's it's a foundation.
It's not even a one-man show.
It's not even a one-man show. but now everybody's like, oh, here's another event to go to. One-man show. We know it's Lekompo type of vibes. You know? And I feel at the long run, if this keeps going, it's just gonna deteriorate. And it will be a sad thing to witness, because these sounds from the grassroots. These, if you listen to everything that you hear that is coming from South Africa, has an African element. We have never been like overtook. You know, we might decide to add a little electricity here and there, but the drum will always be the drum. And that's how we used to convey messages from village to village, even before anything. You know, even before the internet, you could still speak too small. Somewhere, somehow, spiritually, or in any other form, you know, before we go deep into these things. But yeah, you know, first it's just about the music, respect that stuff, and know that it can actually feed you. You know, and once you get to levels where you can live through the music, take it serious, nurture it, let it become your God.
For somebody that's hidden so long, you've got so much to say. So, Tabo, I mean, obviously you guys start this Black Motion thing. It's got a sonic identity. I mean, it borrows from anything from like broken beats. You know, broken beats started in the UK in the mid 90s, early 2000s, but really gets its kind of way once it starts influencing Afro and Caribbean sounds and you know what I mean? And you take a lot from Latin jazz, you know. I hear a lot of Buena Vista Social Club when I listen to Black Motion. I hear a lot of Bodhisattva when I listen to Sergio Mendes. I hear a lot of Lucito Quintero.
Definitely.
You know, I hear a lot of Louis Vega, you know, and elements of life. How, and I say this because music is forever changing, you know. How are you still, and now with Problem Child in the fold, how are you still preserving the sonic identity of Black Motion, but while still appealing to the ever-growing taste of music?
There's like, as Uncle Problem said, Uri, there can be anything from South Africa music-wise, but the foundation of drums will always be there. So we come from an era of vinyl with heavy drums, like real drums, and without heavy drums, that foundation, there was no song. And back in the day on vinyl, bro, like for a song to be solid, the foundation needed to be solid. It was that heavy drum. So by like energies and by lack of whatever that happened, he is solid on drums. And I'm solid on drums. We listen to a whole lot of different music. I listen to jazz like literally every day, 24/7, 365. There's always a part of my day where jazz I have to play at least for like 3 hours or 4 hours, at least. And with Problem Child, there's like a whole library in the head. So you can imagine the vast melodies that we have in the head with the drum patterns that we have in our head. And it's all in a matter of getting in studio, laying out the drum, think of the music that we listen to, combine it. Like with the new single that we just dropped, it's super El Mariachi. And people are surprised, or like, out of all these sounds, why go that side and fetch the sound? But we're like, that's one sound that also resonates with us, and it's an important sound because it's full of energy. There's brass and there's a whole lot of guitars, something we grew up around, and that's our jazz in South Africa, but with a different melody. And why not put it on a solid drum, a Black Motion solid drum, and just put the things together and make something beautiful? And there's an influence of a whole lot of things in that song. And there's Latin, there's bossa nova, there's Mexican music, and it's man, but having that foundation of knowing how to lay down a drum and heavy drum and exotic music, that's what makes sense for production, especially in Black Motion, because we can't just produce and go with the same tune, the same melodies that everybody's using, which I think, again, going into that is another problem now for trending music and trending artists in SA. I think a whole lot of things have gotten so...
No one is pushing themselves.
Yes, it's like, this method works. Now, I'm onto this. Anything that I'm going to produce, I'm going to produce as close as this sound. And now we're going to have songs that sound the same. And it's 30 seconds of sounding the same that they want to just blow up.
Yeah.
That's why there's no, hard substance. There's no foundation of the music lasting and making sense. So, man, listening to a whole lot of genres and having that solid knowledge of how to put a drum foundation together is very important, because you put all the elements of the music that you listen to into one and you make something beautiful.
I want to put you on something if you've never heard of it. There's, I think it's a group, I'm not too sure. Little problem, it's called Ethiopian Records. There's a song called Terra Raw.
Terra Raw.
You must listen to that stuff on your way home today.
Okay, cool.
It embodies an alternative Black Motion sound.
Oh yeah.
Bro, it's crazy. And I mean, we cannot mention Black Motion without mentioning African roots. You know?
Yeah.
I think there was a time where would mix the two, And I know you guys have got a rich history of working together. Why is Soshanguve about such a sound and almost able to make such nice and complicated sounds together? What's in the water for Sosha? No, seriously, because I say this with the utmost respect, because there are places where I'm going to listen to deep house.
Sure.
It's got deep house. It's got piano but I mean, you've mentioned in multiple interviews that you could go to a different part of Sosha where there's a popular subgenre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's with Soshanguve being eclectic when it comes to music?
I think it's because of the diversity of groups that side. Soshanguve is literally every Nguni.
Hence the name Soshanguve.
Yeah, exactly. So it's literally everyone. So you get different people in one place. This one will come with this type of sound from back home. This one will come with a different sound from back home. But then again, the drum basics are one thing.
Yeah.
It's just melodies and language. So when you come in together and we friends and we make music, you come with your idea, he comes with his idea, and he comes with his idea. It's one thing, and you can't say which genre is this.
Yeah.
So that's why Sosha was full of that. So you get a mixture of Shangaan music with Dilopo, Malopo, a whole combination of things. You get this fast music with the Mbakanga, because there are Zulus as well. Go Sosha, Nikena next door, Lego Chavas, it's Zulu people there. And the ideas that I would get from just listening to the music would just be something else. And that's why I think there's so much going on with the music in Soshanguve. Also the DJs and the creatives that are that side. There's jazz musicians, there's a full of gospel artists. And when we go back to why there was similarities to Black Motion and African roots, is because and without being big-headed or anything,
Yes, yeah.
I introduced some style of drum programming, kososha, and I mean, when you're in the hood, you can't exactly say somebody chopped you.
Yeah.
But instead, you're gonna say, they used your sound or whatever, because you at the time,
influence. I
yeah,
mean, you also borrow from like
sure.
your Cesar Ivoras.
Yeah,
sure. I hear that in your music.
Yeah.
You know, like I hear stuff from like Capo Verde. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's
sure.
like,
Yeah,
these guys are actually like have got like
sticks,
crazy
drums that swing.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That was the whole point, exactly. So like your Cape Verde sound.
Yes.
Your tropical Angolan sound and your Portuguese, Latin, yeah. So I created this style of swing and drums and percussion that when there was two groups, Black Motion and African Roots, in most of the songs they would use like our packs. They would use Black Motion packs, they would use Black Motion loops, sounds there and there, and that's why a whole lot of people are like, oh, there's similarities there, and it was because there was the Black Motion loops in there, and there was Black Motion drums and everything that would make up a foundation of drums.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, again, the influence, they worked on that and until they got it right and started producing like hard drums as well. So yeah, man, there was a whole lot of influences that we also got from vinyls, we got from other DJs playing. Like my style of putting down the drum, I got from the track Mshango Vili. And yeah, like till today, nobody knows like what Mshango Vili, who sings it, where does it come from. But till today, until I probably think I die, I would produce thinking of that track when it comes to drumming. Yeah.
So looking at the whole drumming and the whole ensemble of Black Motion now, you know, from a performance perspective, people think you guys came up with that style, but it would be disingenuous of us to not pay homage to like guys like Bo Silipin, you know, Lebo Chakila, you know. I also think a lot of people see DJ Fresh now with like a little band, you know. But they don't know who. There was a time where Fresh was DJing and he had there was a percussionist. What did Killer Mafra?
Killer Mafra, Killer Mafra.
Yes, and
a legend.
Yes, and you guys take that style of performing this art, you know, and you take it to another level. How were you able to like take something that was seen as like an added extra, you know, from a performance perspective, to basically package it as part of the Black Motion experience?
But then remember, Bo Fresh and Bo Silibini, they were playing with a set like that, but it was production that was coming from elsewhere. It was songs that were produced somewhere else, and we saw an opportunity of, hey man, like we're in studio, that drum that I'm putting down there, that drum that I'm laying down there, I can actually redo it on stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was just this whole complete thing that made sense to us. So like, we're gonna play what we make.
Yeah.
And we know how to tickle the ear, because in the song that you know, we're gonna take this element out because we made the song, and then we're gonna replace it with a live jamming of drums, of bongos or whatever, and that's the control of it. It becomes much nicer when you playing drums on what you know you produced, instead of just playing along with what you already found. So I think that was the difference with how it made sense to us.
You know who else does that very well, and it's quite funny now that you make it make sense to me. Is that and much respect to there's a guy called MDCR.
MDCL.
Yeah.
Mark that life low.
Yeah. he's
He's in the country.
Yeah. I
Oh.
mean, and I mentioned him because I saw him about 13 years ago, and I saw him again this past weekend. Go Trevtober.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
He does what you guys do, but I did not realize that you guys are actually unpacking the music
Yes,
through the
stripping it
performance.
down, yeah.
Stripping it down and bringing it back together.
Sure.
And that's why like it doesn't sound like the drums
Yeah.
are sitting on top of whatever song that's
Sure.
playing, but it sounds like it's
Yeah.
part of the music.
It's not just this one solo of instruments, the whole set, but it's actually patterns in the song. So that's why it's not, it doesn't irritate your ear when there's a set, because there's patterns. It's not just playing for like the percussion to be heard and the whole set. And that's why a whole lot of people, I think, at sometimes lose it, because there's no patterns and there's no understanding of the song. And yeah, man, it just needs to make sense in how you program your music and how you're gonna perform it. It's not just a performance, but also understanding what needs to go in, so it's not too much or it's not too little. Like your Kunyuki,
Yes.
they would know what to do. That, I mean, he starts a track literally right there
On stage, yeah.
on stage.
Yeah.
So he makes sure that nothing is overdone, nothing is underdone. But that's how you know and you understand your production and delivering it to the people on stage.
And problem, I mean, we've spoken about your underlying influences in many genres, in many DJ styles and production styles, you know, and yes, we could bask in this I'm cool in the music and whatever, but have you ever felt like you're overlooked at times, you know, in terms of your contribution to what we know as like South African or authentically South African electronic dance music, you know? And how did you get yourself out of that slump, you know? Because, I mean, yes, you speak about your life changing like drastically in the past 4 years, but how were you kind of dealing with people overlooking you back when still making this dope culture shifting music, but there were guys that were being handpicked to be the face of the sound?
Yeah. I've always had this, I would call it a tendency to invest in people.
Yeah.
Instead of investing in resources, I would invest in the couple.
Yeah.
And show him what needs to be done, when, how, and then as soon as he masters that, he will fly. And as soon as he flies, I want to ask him, hey, who showed you this? You know, he's a representative now of where he comes from.
Yeah.
And people are always going to ask. If they feel the sound, they're going to ask, hey, what's happening here? And you have to explain, nah, bruh, there's a guy somewhere out there, he taught me how to, you know, do this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and yes, it does get disheartening a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've always seen it as a chance to sharpen my axe.
Yeah.
You know, the more chance I have still to myself, I can grow more, I can elevate more, I can evolve more. I started as a DJ, got into production, and now I am pioneering something else that I had to sit back and start and say, oh, everyone is shining, everyone has their niche. What is it that I can bring to the field?
Yeah.
And I brought phonelessness, and I say phonelessness because I didn't want to say headphonelessness.
Yeah.
It had to be my thing.
Yeah.
I had to own it. And phonelessness is the way you live.
Yeah.
When there's an easy way to do something, you just take the hard way.
Yeah.
You'll meet and you will learn more as you go the hard way, because that's where the truth is. Nothing is managed for you.
Yeah.
Every obstacle you have to step up to it, you know.
Yeah.
So yes, man, it does get a bit sad sometimes when you see power going somewhere. But now from my personal perspective, it has always been a chance for me to grow my craft more.
Yeah.
I always said, if you don't book me, I'll get to studio and make a track.
Yeah.
But you cannot stop the speaker, because that track is going to come out through the speaker, and it's up to the people to decide how they feel about what comes out the speaker. I'm going to make sure that it's dope. I'm going to make sure that it impresses me first before I send it to Uncle Tabo for just an ear. Before I upload it anywhere, I have to know that I rendered something solid, something that will alter a thought, something that will, will shake a tree.
Yeah.
So it's always been sharpening the axe for me. You don't see me, it's okay.
Yeah.
You're missing out. But when you come back, see me, it might be something different.
Yeah.
Because I'm always going to be hungry. And the one thing I'm very, very scared of is losing the hunger for the mixer.
And funny you talk about, let's hold it there. Funny you talk about the mixer and you being a DJ first, and another facet or another layer of you is being a shit hot DJ, that people only saw these past few weeks on TikTok, when Soul was losing his mind,
Couldn't believe it.
He couldn't believe it. We all knew out of the gig, there's this guy called Problem Child, and if you're booked to play after him, make sure that you just play before him.
Sure.
No, like it was a real myth.
Yeah, sure.
And the real ones will know, dog. Because I think it's also part of the game to know who is better at you at something, so that it does not expose you. I mean, for a very long time, the Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff from Angola.
Jeff Afrozilla.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to play after Jeff. Because Jeff goes.
Yeah.
So, why did you take a liking into DJing? And why does it still fascinate you till today?
Well, I was listening to radio this other time, and I just heard one song come up after the other, and I heard something that felt human. It was a vocal, I think, at the time, and she was singing like all this babrataka, gospel, high pitch, and then that guy was behind a little bit, and he pushed it. And I was like, okay, so which means there's a human being behind this music. Let's play. And from then started messing up with my home system at the house. Got me into trouble, got my ass whooped. Because, those stacks, techniques, sound system. Not everybody touches that in the house.
Especially
either your older brother, because he's the one that will
time
cassette,
on Sundays,
timer, or lady kadi LP side, so Brenda fast. But then there's one thing I did behind the sound system that allowed me to get control of the turntable and the tape deck. And get them to play at once. So I just started messing up with that. And from then, it was just, patching myself near these scenes where there's someone playing music, and I'll just stand there and observe, take everything in like a sponge and go home. And then, there came a chance to try it out. My first show, first set in front of people was the worst.
Yeah, I mean, like everyone else.
Just like your first attempt at a song. No matter how dope you become, your first song. That's what will expose who you were before you are, So it's been a journey, man. It's been a mixing journey, and there's just something that
itches you.
Itches me every time. I get excited, so excited. We're working a weekend. Another chance behind the mixer, And with this one on the side there's no telling what's going to happen.
That's crazy. So Tibos, you've clearly ascertained that Black Motion is about the music,
I think so.
And obviously with music, there's power, there's awards, there's fame, there's all these little things, You guys are now nominated for, I don't know how manyth time for the Summers,
Sure.
is that still a thing for Black Motion? Do you guys still celebrate those little milestones, or is it just like it's dope? Yes, we're still in the game. We've still got our head above water, and how. And another layered question to the question that I'm asking is that what does success look like from a Black Motion perspective? Because I mean, from the conversation that we're having, it could be like a really, really dope song that is influenced by little pieces of music from different countries.
Yep.
Is it a great performance? Is it a summer award? Is it a hit album? Is it a dope collaboration? Like, what does that look like?
I think success is presence.
Yeah.
I think success is when we walk in a room and people go, hey, yeah, I know that's Black Motion.
Yeah.
Not how Mara, this they trying. And that again starts with self-respect.
Yeah.
Not being all over and having that respect for the industry as well. Not thinking you're above anything, not always just wanting to be in the faces of everything that has to do with trending or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's about self-respect, and I think for me success is presence.
Yeah.
Is when you walk in a room and people go, yo, yeah, no, these guys are manyora fitlile, respect, no matter what and whatever. And it's always a thing of now listen to what they're gonna drop next.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing because of people understanding our mindset, understanding where we are in terms of being in the music industry. We're not here to, we're not fashion whatever, we're not fashion people, but we are creatives of music, and that's what we're here for. And again, that's why I was saying Black Motion will always be a movement, even if we're not there in like 15 years time. There's gonna be boys sitting here with someone that you inspired, sitting there as well, and asking the questions to younger generation of Black Motion, and they will keep the movement going on. And I think with everything that's going on, it's best to just do your music and perform and just do you, man, without trying to fit in so much into the pressure of what's going on right now.
Yeah. So, and you guys have got a healthy music catalog, from Rainbow, Toli M, which I still think is like a dream Black Motion kind of collaboration, because it really still does sound like everyone knows what to do when they get into studio. It seems like there are many live conversations, And that's what people don't realize about the ideal studio session.
Yes.
Is that the linking is not on the actual mic and while you're directing this, but it's the back conversations that you guys have and how you guys relate before you actually switch on the record button.
Yeah, that's how we always work in studio, bro. Like we would spend more time together talking.
Just talking,
than the actual time recording in the studio. So when we record, it's just a bliss. It's just I'm recording one take. Because we understand and we know each other. That's why we don't just work with anyone and just because they're trending or because they're popular now, we need to call them in studio and work. And it doesn't work like that. That's why a whole lot of people always miss with these street collaborations, like these forced collaborations of, you are popular.
I'm popular.
You know how we always say one thing at Groove. Sure, bro, we need to work. When are we getting in the studio? Hey. They only get in the studio because you met Coco, Kai, and then it doesn't make sense. So it has to be real, man. It has to be authentic and it has to match. The energy has to align.
So with that said, do you guys know when you're about to make a hit song?
No. No.
It just happens.
It just happens. We don't chase for hit songs. I mean, the catalog is full of that. But like,
I mean, from Rainbow to Imali, you know, like those were culture-shaping songs, you know.
Sure. So you like always. Sometimes you, as an artist, you really have to understand that there has to be a time where you make your name and make it solid in the industry, and the pressure of people crashing out is when now they feel, or yo, I'm falling off. I need a hit. I need to get this one, even if I pay so much to get this one on a hook. I need to make things work, and it doesn't work like that. It's the more frustrations you're gonna get. So people work on that pressure of I need to make a hit, but like the minute you're gonna go in studio and make beautiful music for yourself and with the people that you're with and people understanding what you're trying to do in the studio, I think that's how a hit comes through. That's why now you find again these boys wanna work with the same formula as this hit.
Yes.
And now they get on and
everything starts sounding the same.
It starts sounding the same because they want that hit.
Yeah.
It's 2 months, and after 2 months, after all that attention, you are frustrated because you're not getting all that attention because someone else took that style,
the formula, and elevated it,
and elevated it higher, and it becomes a problem. So, man, without the pressure and without saying, today I'm gonna make a hit, I need to make a hit, then you'll definitely be in the right space of music. Do not chase for hits.
Yeah.
They will come to you.
So I know you guys are working on a new album. Obviously now it's quite clear that there is no formula to how you guys work, but it's really just about like relationships. It's about like personal interaction. It's about both.
Yeah, both. Yeah, sure.
Who can you maybe just give us a bit of dibs? Who can you give us a bit of dibs that's on the album? How lengthy is the album? Maybe what the album is going to be called? You know?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just give them the album name.
Yeah, I think man.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. This is big. So Black Motion's about to give us the next album name.
It's actually the first
snare drum.
Right here.
Yeah, it's actually the first platform where we actually going to say the
on
name.
The record with the Kruk. Drum roll.
Ke moya le taola. I mean moya le moya. Moya le mollo moya le
album name.
Mollo le moya.
So sorry guys.
How do you?
Yeah, the ancestors are angry. They don't want us revealing things so soon.
Moya. Mollo le moya.
Mollo le moya.
Yeah.
You know where that takes me from?
Yeah.
There's a song by Kwani Experience.
Oh yes.
Where they say Metsi moya mollo.
I love Kwani, man. I love Kwani Experience. Yeah. So dope. Yeah.
So Mollo le moya.
Mollo le moya.
And when can people watch out for the album?
Very soon. That one, we're still gonna release the date, but like,
But it's coming out this year?
Yeah, definitely this year, November. It's gonna be crazy. Whole lot of collabs and a whole lot of different styles. And of course, obviously, you've got DJ Parks.
Paxino.
Yeah, I know, killing it always. And yeah, man, there's a whole lot of collabs with Bobuhle, La Sauce, and yeah, there's a lot. Bugeka as well, yeah. That's the one I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Yes,
a couple of remixes here and there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the 340 remixes, they're out, and yeah, man, it's crazy with the remixes.
Wait, 340?
Yeah, 340 mil. So there's one remix already that's
it's actually
out,
two, but
it's actually two.
This man might find them before they even get released.
Yes.
I think he's got access to the other side of the world.
Yeah, there was name dropping. Yeah. Definitely in the music.
Name dropping is this music that I like.
Yeah, it shows a whole lot.
It is, man.
Yeah, but like 340 mil, the remixes, they doing great in Portuguese countries.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, there's a whole lot coming through. It's just exciting. And Friends of Black Motion, where we always launch our singles, our albums, our music videos, and yeah, man, there's a series of Friends of Black Motion, which if you get on our socials, you'll follow, and it's really a nice journey.
Actually, take like don't just scrape from the top. Like, quickly take us through the idea of Friends of Black Motion. I found it so interesting and still on brand, you know, because it's like in a bush somewhere.
And
and then you don't know where the lion's gonna come out, you know. Join the song and go back to its
Sure,
natural
sure.
habitat.
Yeah, man, that's the beauty of it. Like we just had one, I think 2 weeks. It was on a Friday, and the craziest thing is we created a system, an app, where people register to come through to the close-up Friends of Black Motion, where there's like, we chill like this, and later on
It's at home.
Yeah, it's at home. Later on we're gonna play a set, and the craziest thing is there's no location said on the application form. You just fill it in and say, I'm coming. You don't know where you're coming, and
Guys, please put me on.
yeah, man.
I'm putting you on.
No, me.
Yeah, definitely on. If you follow the
You
music,
gotta be on the next one. Definitely.
yes, yeah, definitely. I know. So yeah, man, we with that system create a whole lot of genuine people's list that come to Friends of Black Motion.
Yeah.
And yeah, last day or the last hour we release the location, and you come through. We have intimate sessions, and yeah, it's Friends of Black Motion. The one that we always have annually is at Lion and Safari Park, but right now we traveling with it. If you've got dope venue ideas, come through or send us DMs. We'll definitely come through a nice exclusive Friends of Black Motion to where you think would be suitable to host.
That's dope, man. I think let's nip it in the bud there. I think we've got enough. I'm so happy that you guys have found your groove, you know.
Sure,
I'm so happy that all the other stuff, you know, is not taking center stage of the Black Motion brand.
Sure.
I'm so happy that you're getting your flowers, dog, you know. As a DJ myself, you've always been that go-to song, you know.
Yeah, man.
When you know, I know
Gotta shake
and I'm glad that you were musically sound enough to know who to bet on from a musicality perspective, you know.
Yeah,
to bring into the Black Motion family and to bring into the Black Motion story.
Yola.
And yeah, man, this was another exciting episode of On the Record with the Kruk, powered by Zkhiphani. Big shout out to everyone that likes, comments, and subscribe to what we do here, you know. We'll keep on trying to bring you some of the best acts, you know what I mean, unpack some of the best music, you know, and yeah, man, just give you a light-hearted conversation on music and musical stories. But before I let it go, I can't not close the show by saying, Regile, Regile.